Do you find it compelling or useful to think about human civilization from the perspective of the ideas versus the perspective of the individual human brains? So almost thinking about the ideas or the memes, this is the Dawkins thing, as the organisms. And then the humans as just like vehicles for briefly carrying those organisms as they jump around and spread.
Yeah, for propagating them, mutating them, putting selective pressure on them,
Yeah.
et cetera.
Yeah.
I mean, I found Dawkins' his launching of the idea of memes is just kind of an afterthought to his unbelievably brilliant book about the selfish gene. Like, what a PS to put at the end of a long chunk of writing. It's profoundly interesting. I view the relationship, though, between humans and memes as probably an oversimplification, but maybe a little bit like the relationship between flowers and bees, right? Do flowers have bees, or do bees, in a sense, have flowers? And the answer is, it is a very, very symbiotic relationship in which both have semi-independent roles that they play, and both are highly dependent upon the other. And so in the case of bees, obviously, you could see the flower as being this monolithic structure physically in relation to any given bee, and it's this source of food and sustenance. So you could kind of say, well, flowers have bees. But on the other hand, the flowers would obviously be doomed if they weren't being pollinated by the bees. So you could kind of say, well, flowers are really expression of what the bees need. And the truth is a symbiosis. So with memes and human minds, our brains are clearly the petri dishes in which memes are either propagated or not propagated, get mutated or don't get mutated. They are the venue in which competition, selective competition, plays out between different memes. So all of that is very true. And you could look at that and say, really, the human mind is a production of memes, and ideas have us rather than us having ideas. But at the same time, let's take a catchy tune as an example of a meme. That catchy tune did originate in a human mind. Somebody had to structure that thing. And as much as I like Elizabeth Gilbert's TED Talk about how the universe, I'm simplifying, but kind of the ideas find their way in this beautiful TED Talk. It's very lyrical. She talked about, ideas and prose kind of beaming into our minds. And, she talked about needing to pull over to the side of the road when she got inspiration for a particular paragraph or a particular idea and a burning need to write that down. I love that. I find that beautiful. As a writer, as a novelist myself, I've never had that experience. And I think that really most things that do become memes are the product of a great deal of deliberate and willful exertion of a conscious mind. And so like the bees and the flowers, I think there's a great symbiosis. And they both kind of have one another. Ideas have us, but we have ideas for real.